Hey guys, good morning. See if anybody jumps on. I'm probably gonna have to start this really quickly and not wait for anybody to jump on today because I'm not sure if I'm going to still be able to get some Wi-Fi. So, but otherwise, I'd love for you guys to comment if you can, if you're on live. Hey Ennis. Oh, stay on, please. Anyway, today I want to talk a little bit about benefits of entrepreneurship since I'm traveling and still working this week because I read like a really scary statistic. Hey Dana, what's up? But anyway, I'm doing this live because I wanted to kind of have more of a conversation today about this. Anyway, so I read that 80% of people are unhappy with their jobs, and I thought that's pretty astounding. And I figured, well, let's kind of like flip the switch a little bit and maybe talk a little about some like, positive perks about when you do have a job that you like. But first off, I had a couple statistics because I figured this is just like kind of sad. Hey, okay, so over 90, let's see. I guess I'll just get right into it. So I'm sure that a lot of people actually like pick their career because, like me, sometimes you pick your career based on, whatever you're doing at the time. Like you're really young and you make a decision and you decide for whatever reason, like, you want to pick, a specific career, and then you're kind of stuck there. I remember I picked a career when I was in school because I thought it was going to be like a really safe, high income paying job, and for whatever reason, I hated it. So for those of you who don't know, like I spent like 10 years almost in the finance industry. So a lot of people start get into certain careers because they do the same, they make the same decision that they think it's going to be really safe and they're going to get paid really well, and it's worth, right? It's worth it. If you don't have to worry about your finances, then it's worth everything else. When in fact there's costs to that as well. But a lot of people are also unhappy for other reasons too. So it's not just the fact of just that you hate what you're doing, but maybe because you feel like a prisoner, right? Like you can't, every time you have to take off, you have to ask permission. I remember that was like super sickening feeling for me when I used to have to go into my boss and actually ask for a day off. Or you just feel like you're a prisoner, for however many 8 to 10 hours a day, right? I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. Tell me if you agree. I know there's some people still on live, so if you agree with that. And also I think a lot of people who don't like their jobs, they just feel like it's meaningless, like it's not whatever the reason was getting into it when they first started, they now feel like it's not their purpose. It's not meaningful to them. So as far as unhappiness goes, those are probably like the main things. But I also read that on the flip side, over 96% of entrepreneurs say their top benefit for why they love owning their own business is the freedom. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that, and that 84% agree that they'd stay in the same career, and that their biggest regret was not starting sooner. And I know that was one for me. Like I wish that I had just done this like right out of school. Or even in some cases, I'm like, why did I, spend 125 grand on an education like I did? So I'm sure a lot of you guys also feel the same way. But since we're here at the Dead Sea today, it's really beautiful. I'm going to show you. Can you see? I'm not sure if you guys can see. But it's really beautiful, and we get to work from, we've been traveling from Tel Aviv, and I've been able to work from here. And I'll flip around and see Zoe is working as well right now. And pretty much one of the benefits of entrepreneurship is being able to just flip open your laptop and work wherever you are. So I think one of the biggest benefits for a lot of entrepreneurs, again, like I said, is freedom of time, being able to do what you want with your workday, whether that means travel or however you want to plan your workday. And as you can see, like, you can travel anywhere in the world as long as there's Wi-Fi and some source of power, right? Also, the fact of not having to ask permission, or you only get allotted so many days, that was always tough for me. My husband kind of deals with the same thing. It's like you only get so many days, and it's like, what do you do with them? You know, you have to like save some and make sure if you take a big trip, you have to like work around that for the rest of the year. So there's a lot that goes into that. You just don't have the freedom to be like, okay, I feel like taking this trip right now, let's go ahead and do that. Also the freedom of choice, like getting able to, you know, make the big decisions and the small decisions each day. It's not just about all these other perks. I mean, obviously, making decisions sometimes can be scary, but we get the opportunity to make those decisions, whether they're challenging or not. But for some reason, it just feels better when you're the one being able to decide the big things for yourself, and there's not somebody else making that decision for you on your behalf. The second big theme, like I said before, was satisfaction and meaning. And I think that that's also, I know for a lot of my friends who work for themselves, they just feel like they enjoy what they do more. And I think because when you have the freedom of making your own choice, you're more attached like to the outcome of those decisions. So that's one of the reasons that you feel like, you know, the meaningfulness of what you do. And then I think that just helps with motivation even more so. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit also about nomadic entrepreneurs, or like what we call like the digital nomad, which is kind of new. I know I see all these things that pop up on my Facebook feed. I guess Facebook knows that I'm an entrepreneur, which is a little scary somehow. So I see a lot of ads for trips that you can take. You know, you can go for 6 months throughout the year and work from, like, you know, a different place each month with other entrepreneurs, which I think is like pretty cool. And like I said, it's awesome to be able to leverage being able to travel the world and not have to lose. Yeah, Facebook does know all on us. It's really scary. But being able to leverage traveling the world without losing, like stopping your business or losing your business. Because I know like a lot of business owners like who own like brick and mortar businesses, you know, they work so hard and they can never leave their business, because if they like stop doing what they're doing, like their business literally has to close down for however long. So I think it's really nice when you're more of a nomadic entrepreneur, how you can kind of just bring your laptop wherever you are and still get work done, like what we're doing this week. So anyway, if you feel like joining the conversation today, feel free. But if not, I'll leave it at that and just say that if you enjoy traveling, then maybe entrepreneurship is right for you. And if that's the case, then my advice would be to, you know, get started now. Like, it's never too late. I don't care how old you are. You can be in your 60s or 70s. It's never too late. And thank you guys. Yep, absolutely. Truths. Yep. So it's never too late. So keep dreaming. That's all I would say. That's the only advice I would give. And I am jumping off because I'm not sure if what this Wi-Fi is going to be enough for Facebook. I hope there wasn't any pauses for you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.